Prepare to be amazed by dogs' emotional connections. Studies show that dogs display increased brain activity when interacting with their owners, which is quite fascinating. This heightened brain response is significantly greater than when they engage with strangers or even other dogs. It points to a deep emotional bond that mirrors how humans feel about their loved ones. Over the years, as dogs have been domesticated, they have developed a unique partnership with humans. This bond enhances their loyalty, making them not just pets, but cherished family members. The connection is also influenced by scent and behavior, as dogs learn to recognize their owners by smell and are influenced by their emotional cues. So next time your dog is wagging its tail to greet you, remember there's a lot more going on in their little brains than you might think. Isn't it wonderful how our furry friends connect with us? Believe it or not, Colmar is a cultural gem. This enchanting town in northeastern France captivates with its rich tapestry of cultural heritage, showcasing a compelling blend of German and French influences. Known as the capital of Alsace, Colmar has shifted between these two nations throughout its history, creating a unique architectural landscape that narrates its storied past. As you wander through the picturesque cobblestone streets, your eyes will be drawn to the stunning Gothic St. Martin's Church, whose intricate facade and soaring spire evoke the grandeur of medieval architecture. Not far away, the Renaissance-style Maison Pfister boasts vibrant wooden beams and an intricately adorned facade, reflecting the artistry that flourished during the Renaissance. This mesmerizing fusion of styles creates a charming backdrop where visitors can truly experience a living history, as each building and alleyway reveals the layered tales of Colmar's identity. With every step, you encounter influences that have shaped this town, inviting you to explore its beauty and uncover the essence of its vibrant past. Isn't it fascinating how places like Colmar can tell such profound stories? You won't believe how Linkungan thrives in Arnon. This incredible plant species originates from the land of Pinot, where it has adapted to its unique environment. However, things get really exciting when we look at Arnon, where Linkungan can grow even larger. The rich soil and favorable climate conditions in Arnon allow this remarkable plant to reach impressive heights and widths. Scientists are fascinated by this expansion, as it indicates not only the plant's resilience, but also the potential for its future growth. As Arnon continues to provide optimal conditions, we can expect Linkungan populations to flourish, spreading their vibrant leaves and unique flowers. This ongoing study is helping researchers understand more about how plants adapt to different environments and the implications for agriculture and conservation. So how much bigger can Linkungan actually get in its new home? Get ready to chuckle at the Photic sneeze reflex. You might be surprised to learn that sneezes can be contagious, creating a funny chain reaction among people nearby. This quirky phenomenon occurs when someone sneezes, leading others around them to also feel the urge to sneeze, almost as if it's an unwritten rule. The Photic sneeze reflex, which happens when bright light makes people sneeze, adds another layer of amusement. Imagine being in a crowded cafe and someone lets out a loud sneeze, only for it to trigger a wave of sneezes from others. This can turn a simple sneeze into a delightful moment that spreads laughter. Scientists believe that this reflex might be tied to our shared brain wiring and instinctive social bonding. So next time you hear a sneeze, be ready. You might just join the sneezing fun too. Sugar lovers rejoice. Mars bars are 60% sugar. Mars bars are 60% sugar. That's right. This popular chocolate bar, known for its delicious combination of nougat and caramel wrapped in a smooth milk chocolate coating, has a surprising sugar content that might make your sweet tooth dance with joy. To put it into perspective, if you were to grab a standard Mars bar weighing around 51 grams, about 30 grams of that is pure sugar. This hefty dose contributes not only to the bar's rich taste, but also its energy-boosting qualities, making it a favorite for a quick pick-me-up. However, this high sugar level also means that indulging in Mars bars should be done in moderation. Consuming too much sugar can lead to various health issues like obesity, diabetes, and tooth decay. So while it's tempting to reach for another bar, remember that enjoying them occasionally is the key to keeping your sweet treats fun and guilt-free. Next time you unwrap a Mars bar, consider the sugar content and how it fits into your overall diet. Will you enjoy it with a bit of balance? Can you believe Trump broke the presidential mold? Donald Trump's journey to the White House is quite unique in American political history. He made headlines not just for his policies, but because he was the first person in modern times to enter the presidency without previous political or military experience. This is remarkable because traditionally, most U.S. presidents have spent years climbing the political ladder or serving in the military before gaining the highest office in the land. Think about it. From George Washington to Barack Obama, many leaders had established careers in politics or the armed forces. Trump, on the other hand, came from a business background, building his name and fortune in real estate and entertainment. His unconventional approach sparked conversations about what it means to be a leader and challenged the expectations of the political elite. Whether you admire him or disagree with his policies, Trump's presidency opened doors to a new realm of possibilities and debates around qualifications for elected office. It raised questions about the role of experience in leadership and whether anyone, regardless of background, can effectively lead a nation. Why exactly do we trust science and law? Scientific facts, as recognized by institutions like the Imperial College of Law and the Ministry of Education, play a crucial role in upholding justice and protecting public interest. These established laws and regulations require that scientific evidence is accurately integrated into legal decisions, ensuring that they are based not just on opinions, but on proven truths. For example, forensic science helps solve crimes by providing reliable methods for analyzing evidence like fingerprints or DNA. This reliance on scientific principles ensures that the justice system remains fair and effective. However, the application of science in law also raises questions about how we interpret and utilize these facts. Are we always considering the latest scientific advancements? And how do we balance legal standards with rapidly evolving scientific knowledge? Understanding this relationship is vital for ensuring that laws reflect reality and serve society well. Why does a water drop sound like music? The simple act of a drop hitting water can create a surprisingly beautiful sound, almost like nature's own melody. This musical quality comes down to several factors, including the size of the droplet, the surface it lands on, and even the surrounding environment. For instance, larger drops might create a deeper thud, while smaller ones can produce a delicate splash. When a drop hits the water, it generates vibrations that travel through the air, turning into sound waves. These waves interact with other sounds, giving rise to a unique auditory experience that can evoke different emotions. In a quiet forest, the sound of raindrops dancing on leaves can feel soothing and peaceful, while in a bustling city, the same drops might blend into a chaotic symphony. Interestingly, some artists and musicians even incorporate these natural sounds into their work, reminding us that music exists all around us, even in a simple splash of water. Turns out the truth is that this fiery pit fascinates us. Turkmenistan's Gate of Hell, a notorious crater, has captured the imagination of many since 1971. It all began with a drilling accident when Soviet geologists were searching for natural gas. Their equipment accidentally punctured the earth, creating a vast hole that quickly began to fill with methane gas. To prevent a catastrophic explosion, the geologists made a daring decision. They set the gas alight, believing it would extinguish within weeks. However, the flames raged on, turning this once ordinary site into an extraordinary spectacle that continues to burn today. With a mesmerizing glow illuminating the surrounding desert landscape at night, the crater has transformed into a popular destination for adventurous travelers. Visitors flock to this remarkable site to marvel at the never-ending flames, capturing breathtaking photographs in the process. The Gate of Hell stands as a testament to human error and nature's might, captivating thrill seekers and curious minds alike. So what do you think? Would you dare to visit this surreal wonder of nature? Ever thought about why this might amaze you? Indy 500 captivates millions. This legendary race, held annually at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, showcases the adrenaline-fueled thrill of motorsports. Dubbed the greatest spectacle in racing, The Indy 500 attracts over 300,000 spectators every Memorial Day weekend, eager to witness the high-speed drama unfold. The event isn't merely a race, it's a celebration packed with rich traditions, such as the ceremonial driving the pace car and the iconic rallying cry of, "Gentlemen, start your engines." Competitors traverse a grueling 500 miles, pushing their skills and machinery to the limits. Notable drivers, from AJ Foyt to Helio Castroneves, earn legendary status by clinching victory in this prestigious race. The atmosphere is electric, with fans experiencing the roar of engines and the thrill of competition firsthand. Tailgating and festivities enhance the vibrant scene, allowing attendees to soak up the excitement from morning until night. Each race creates unforgettable memories that bond fans, making the Indy 500 not just a race, but a cherished experience. Will you be part of this extraordinary tradition? Did you know Bluetooth honors a Viking king? The name Bluetooth actually comes from a fascinating figure in history, Harald Bluetooth, a Viking king from Denmark. Harald lived in the 10th century and was known for uniting various tribes in Denmark, much like how Bluetooth technology helps different devices connect effortlessly. The story goes that a Danish king united warring factions, creating a harmony that was key to his leadership. Similarly, Bluetooth technology merges devices, allowing them to communicate wirelessly and easily. The creator of the technology, Jim Kardak, chose this name not just for its catchy vibe, but also for the spirit of collaboration that Bluetooth embodies. So every time you connect your phone to your wireless headphones or share files between devices, think of King Harald and his efforts to bring people together. It's a modern nod to a past leader who played a crucial role in ensuring that diverse groups could work for a common goal. Isn't it amazing how technology can connect us, just as a Viking king once did? What if I told you rivers can be friends? This fascinating phenomenon occurs at the meeting of the waters in Brazil, where the dark tea-colored waters of the Rio Negro flow side by side with the sandy-colored Amazon River without mixing for several kilometers. This striking visual spectacle is not just a stunning sight, it's a result of unique differences in their physical and chemical properties. The Rio Negro is rich in organic material from decaying plants, making it more acidic and less dense than the Amazon. As they flow together, the contrasting colors create a breathtaking ribbon of water, allowing visitors to witness the meeting of two mighty rivers. This area plays a vital role in the local ecosystem and serves as an important habitat for countless fish species and wildlife. Tourists flock to this natural wonder to marvel at the sight and learn about the rich biodiversity of the Amazon rainforest. It's a captivating example of nature's beauty and complexity, reminding us how interconnected our world really is. Did you know that right whales have huge testes? These remarkable creatures, known for their majestic size and unique features, boast the largest testes of any animal on Earth, weighing roughly 1,000 kilograms, or about 2,200 pounds each. This extraordinary size isn't just for show, it plays a crucial role in their reproductive success. The enormous testes enable these whales to produce a significant amount of sperm, which increases the chances of successful mating. In the vast ocean, where right whales navigate and communicate in complex ways, this reproductive advantage is vital for sustaining their population. Unfortunately, right whales are among the most endangered marine mammals due to threats like fishing gear, entanglement, and ship strikes. Understanding their biology and promoting conservation efforts are essential to help preserve these incredible giants of the sea. Could this fascinating fact change how we view these gentle giants? Ever seen the Las Vegas sphere emoji design? This innovative emoji captures the vibrant spirit of Las Vegas in a uniquely recognizable way. Imagine a glowing orb inspired by the giant sphere venue that dazzles on the Las Vegas Strip. The design features brilliant colors and striking patterns, reflecting the city's lively nightlife and entertainment scene. This new emoji not only pays homage to the iconic building, but also symbolizes the excitement and allure of Las Vegas itself. Just think about it. Every time you use this emoji, you're sharing a piece of the electrifying experience that Las Vegas offers to millions of visitors each year. This creative representation shows how technology and culture intertwine, allowing people to express their love for this exciting city. Whether it's a night out at a concert or a trip to a world-class restaurant, the Las Vegas sphere emoji serves as a fun reminder of unforgettable moments. Isn't it amazing how one simple image can convey so much about a place? Ever thought about why discover Montenegro's hidden treasure? Tara River Canyon. Nestled in the breathtaking landscape of Montenegro lies the Tara River Canyon, a natural wonder that captivates visitors with its stunning beauty and thrilling adventures. Stretching about 51 miles long and plunging to depths around 4,150 feet, it holds the title of the largest canyon in Europe and the second largest in the world. Imagine standing on the edge, gazing down into a vibrant emerald green river, winding through steep, rocky cliffs covered in lush vegetation. The Tara River is renowned not only for its picturesque scenery, but also for its crystal-clear waters, making it a prime destination for adventure enthusiasts. Thrilling whitewater rafting, kayaking, and zip-lining through the canyon attract adventurers from around the globe, all eager for an adrenaline rush set against a backdrop that feels straight out of a fairy tale. Besides the excitement, the canyon serves as a sanctuary for diverse wildlife. Majestic eagles soar above while rare plant species cling to rocky ledges. Whether you're seeking heart-pounding activities or simply wish to soak in nature's beauty, the Tara River Canyon offers an unforgettable experience for every visitor. Did you know that France faces a shocking homeless crisis? Despite its reputation for art, fashion, and fine dining, the country has a staggering number of over 330,000 homeless individuals, making it the leader in homelessness in the European Union. This alarming figure represents a 130% increase since just 2022, highlighting a growing wealth gap that adversely affects the most vulnerable. While the richest 10% of French citizens control nearly half of the country's wealth, the poorest 10% struggle to survive on only 2%. This economic disparity is particularly evident in cities like Paris and Lyon, bustling with luxury and opportunity, yet contrasting sharply with rural areas where basic services are often lacking. Many individuals not only face the immediate challenge of finding shelter, but also grapple with limited access to education and healthcare, further entrenching them in a cycle of poverty. As France's allure camouflages these urgent social issues, the pressing question remains: how can such a beautiful nation reconcile its elite lifestyle with the pressing need to uplift its most at-risk citizens? This might surprise you: the buttonhole's stylish origin. The buttonhole found near the top of a suit jacket's lapel has a fascinating backstory. In the early 19th century, men's fashion featured jackets with high collars that could be buttoned up for a sharp appearance. However, as the seasons changed and warmer days arrived, it became popular to leave the top button undone. This not only cooled things down, but also allowed the lapels to fold down naturally, creating a more relaxed vibe. But what about that unique buttonhole? It wasn't just for show. Back in the day, it served a practical purpose. Gentlemen would sometimes attach a flower there to enhance their look and add a splash of color to their attire. So next time you see that buttonhole, remember, it's not just a fashion statement, it's a nod to a stylish past. Believe it or not, locusts are grasshoppers. While they may look similar, locusts are a special group within the grasshopper family. What's fascinating is that not all grasshoppers can transform into locusts. In fact, fewer than 20 species have this remarkable ability. Locusts are known for their unique behavior. When environmental conditions are right, they can change from solitary to swarming forms. This transformation often occurs during periods of overcrowding or after rainfall, leading to massive swarms that can devastate crops. The swarming phase is especially notorious for the destruction it can cause, as millions of locusts travel together, consuming everything in their path. These creatures play an essential role in their ecosystems, but their periodic swarms can create significant challenges for farmers and food security. So the next time you think about grasshoppers, remember that some of them can be quite extraordinary, like locusts. You might be shocked to learn that. Have you ever considered the Great Lakes' crucial importance? The Great Lakes, a remarkable group of 5 vast lakes spanning North America, contain over 20% of the world's freshwater supply, excluding glaciers. To put that into perspective, they hold about 6 quadrillion gallons of water, enough to give every person on Earth nearly 200 gallons. This extraordinary resource serves many essential functions, including providing drinking water, supporting agricultural practices, and facilitating various industries. Furthermore, the lakes are a haven for diverse ecosystems, hosting a wide array of fish, bird species, and plant life. They even help stabilize the local climate, making winters milder and summers more comfortable. Economically, the Great Lakes are invaluable. They offer shipping routes for transporting goods and attract millions of tourists eager to experience their scenic beauty. However, these vital waters face serious threats like pollution, invasive species, and the impacts of climate change. It's crucial to address these challenges. How can we protect our precious Great Lakes for future generations? Can you believe Ted Danson's childhood billboard protest? At just 11 years old, actor Ted Danson and his friends took a bold stand against billboards in Flagstaff, Arizona. Frustrated by how the billboards blocked beautiful views of nature, they decided to take action. In a daring move, they chopped down several billboards, thinking they could reclaim the landscape for everyone to enjoy. However, their plan hit a snag when Danson's father, who worked as a curator at the Museum of Northern Arizona, realized something was off. He noticed that all the billboards, except the one for the museum, had been targeted. This humorous yet educational story not only highlights Danson's early passion for nature and the environment, but also raises questions about how we value our natural landscapes. It's a reminder of how even kids can make a difference, even if their methods are a bit unconventional. Who knows where that early activism might have led him in his later career as an environmental advocate? What if I told you, did you know the Atlas moth is the largest moth? This remarkable insect holds the impressive title for the biggest moth in the world, with a wingspan that can stretch up to 30 centimeters, roughly the size of a small dog. Hailing from the lush tropical forests of Southeast Asia, the Atlas moth captivates with its stunning wings, featuring rich browns and vibrant oranges that mimic tree bark or even the appearance of a snake's head, a clever disguise to deter potential predators. Like many insects, it undergoes a fascinating life cycle called complete metamorphosis. This means it transitions from an egg to a larva, then into a pupa, and eventually emerges as the breathtaking adult moth. An intriguing aspect of the Atlas moth is its unique diet, or lack thereof. Once they mature, these moths do not eat at all. Instead, they rely on energy reserves collected during their caterpillar stage, allowing them to concentrate on mating and reproduction during their brief lifespan of just a few weeks. So next time you encounter insects, consider the extraordinary Atlas moth and appreciate the wonders of nature. Is it really true that kids played with money? During the Weimar Republic in Germany from 1919 to 1933, hyperinflation caused the value of money to plummet, creating bizarre situations for families. Parents faced soaring prices, making everyday items unaffordable. As the economy spiraled out of control, children began to play with worthless banknotes, which had become more common than toys. Instead of offering their kids traditional playthings, parents found it easier to hand over stacks of flimsy notes, allowing children to build forts or create imaginative worlds. Imagine a child using cash to let their creativity flow. What a strange reality. Streets and homes echoed with laughter as kids tossed around balloons of paper currency. This surreal moment in history highlighted the absurdity of hyperinflation and its impact on ordinary life, transforming how families experience joy and play. What do you think that must have felt like? Prepare to be amazed by speed limits of the past. Incredibly, the first ever speeding ticket was issued in 1896 to Mr. Archibald W. O. Campbell for cruising at a mere 8 miles per hour in England. At that time, speed limits were laughably low, set at 4 miles per hour in towns and 6 miles per hour in the countryside. This astonishingly slow pace reflects a time when the idea of a motorized vehicle was still novel and somewhat alarming. Campbell was driving a motorized horseless carriage, an innovative invention that prompted curiosity and caution among the public. Imagine the scene. An astonished crowd witnessing the first infringement of what would evolve into today's complex traffic laws. Back then, police officers patrolled on bicycles, making the rare sighting of a speeding vehicle even more sensational. When Campbell was fined 2 shillings, it wasn't just a slap on the wrist. It was a significant amount, making heads turn and whispers spread. This landmark event highlighted the necessity for regulations as cars began redefining travel, ultimately shaping the modern roadways we know today. What else will history reveal about the evolution of driving? Did you know women outshine men in Mongolia's education? It's a fascinating twist that sets Mongolia apart in gender equality. More than 60% of university students there are female, which is impressive. Women are not just attending university, they are also outpacing their male counterparts in terms of salaries. Many urban women choose to remain in cities to build successful careers, while a significant number of men are drawn to traditional nomadic lifestyles. This cultural choice creates an interesting dynamic in relationships. Highly educated women are often finding it challenging to meet partners who share their ambitions in urban lifestyle. This situation raises important questions about changing social norms and expectations in Mongolia. As women take on professional roles that were once dominated by men, the traditional views on marriage and partnerships are also shifting. In a country where the future looks bright for women in education and employment, one can't help but wonder how this will reshape family life and society as a whole. Will the men adapt or find their way back to the cities? Only time will tell. This might surprise you. Galaxies are on a collision course. In about 5 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will clash in an astronomical event that sounds like something from a science fiction movie. Imagine this: 2 massive galaxies, each filled with billions of stars, are hurtling toward each other. As they get closer, their gravitational forces will pull them together, ultimately creating a new larger galaxy. Scientists predict that this collision will not only change the structure of these galaxies, but will also spark new star formation as gas clouds collide. While it may sound catastrophic, don't worry. This event will happen long after our sun has exhausted its life. So while our planet might not last that long, the universe will continue to evolve spectacularly. Isn't it fascinating to think about how our cosmos is always changing? Let's uncover the truth about wolf howls. Wolves are fascinating creatures known for their unique vocalizations, especially howling. Researchers have found that wolves can actually respond to human howls, and their reaction often depends on their mood and the dynamics within their pack. When a person lets out a howl, curious wolves might feel compelled to join in, creating a beautiful symphony of sounds resonating through the wild. Interestingly, if the pack feels social and energetic, the likelihood of them howling back increases significantly. This behavior reveals not only their communication skills, but also their social nature. Wolves use howling to maintain connections within their group and to mark their territory. So the next time you hear a wolf howl in the distance, remember that it might just be responding to you. This intriguing interaction hints at the deep bond wolves share with each other and potentially with us. Guess what really drives scientific breakthroughs? In 2012, a physicist turned a traffic ticket incident into a prize-winning mathematical paper, showcasing the power of scientific reasoning. After receiving a ticket for allegedly running a stop sign, he didn't just accept the charge. Instead, he meticulously analyzed the situation, applying mathematical principles to demonstrate that the stop sign's visibility was obstructed by a nearby tree. His approach involved modeling the sightlines and calculating probabilities, ultimately proving that the ticket was unjust. This incident illustrates how scientific thinking can extend beyond the laboratory into everyday life, allowing creative problem-solving in the most unexpected situations. By blending physics with real-world problems, this physicist not only defended his case, but also contributed to mathematical literature, earning recognition in the academic community. His story inspires us to think critically about the challenges we face, reminding us that science isn't just for scientists. It's a tool we can all use to navigate our world. What challenges could you solve with science? You might be shocked to learn that ducks are super swimmers. Ducks are fascinating creatures, especially when considering their incredible adaptations for aquatic life. Their feet resemble nature's perfect paddles, boasting webbed toes that enable them to navigate effortlessly through lakes, rivers, and ponds. When ducks swim, they activate their feet in a unique way. As they flap, the webbing spreads wide, effectively pushing against the water to propel them forward. This design is not only efficient, but also swift, making them agile swimmers capable of dodging predators or catching food. Additionally, ducks have a remarkable circulatory system that plays a crucial role in keeping their feet warm, even when they are submerged in icy waters. Blood vessels in their legs are arranged in a countercurrent way, allowing the warm blood flowing down from their bodies to heat the cooler blood returning from their feet. This ingenious arrangement prevents their toes from becoming cold, enabling them to wade in chilly waters without discomfort. Next time you spot a duck gliding gracefully, remember their amazing feet are tailored for both swimming and warmth. Isn't that impressive? Hard to believe, but circles are real in Algeria. Recently, Google Earth revealed a mysterious pattern of circles scattered across the Algerian desert, which many initially assumed were just digital glitches. However, researchers soon discovered these formations are genuine and stretch for miles in a straight line. This revelation ignited a wave of theories. Some speculated about alien activity or ancient civilizations, while others pondered over their purpose. The excitement grew as explorers and historians alike inspected the area. Eventually, it was traced back to early oil exploration efforts in the region. Workers would dig test wells in circular patterns to identify potential oil deposits, leaving behind these intriguing reminders of industrial activity. While they may not be extraterrestrial landmarks, these circles remind us of the intersection between nature and human engineering. What other surprises might the desert hold? Can you believe gossiping is illegal in Indiana? This surprising law highlights how some places take community respect seriously. In Indiana, spreading spiteful rumors isn't just frowned upon, it's against the law. These laws reflect a strong cultural push to maintain harmony among neighbors. The state aims to encourage kindness and positive interactions, reminding everyone of the damage that gossip can cause. Instead of tearing each other down with gossip, Indiana encourages its residents to lift each other up and foster a friendly environment. This may sound strange to many, but it serves as a lesson about the power of words. In a world where social media can amplify gossip, Indiana's stance offers an interesting perspective on community values and the importance of maintaining respectful relationships. So next time you hear a juicy rumor, it might just be worth remembering how it could affect others. Prepare to be amazed by gold medals history. The last Olympic gold medals made entirely of gold were awarded in 1912, which might surprise many sports fans today. These medals, crafted from pure gold, shone brightly at the Stockholm Games. Since then, Olympic gold medals have changed significantly. They now consist mostly of silver, with just a thin layer of gold coating the surface. Why the switch? Well, gold prices soared, making it impractical to craft medals from solid gold. In fact, today's medals contain just about 6 grams of gold plating over 92.5% sterling silver. Despite this shift, winning a gold medal still symbolizes achieving greatness in sports. Athletes train for years, dreaming of draping that shiny medal around their necks. So the next time you see an Olympic ceremony, remember the fascinating twist in the history of gold medals and what they represent. Did you know that Rinconada is the highest city? Nestled high in the Peruvian Andes, Rinconada towers an impressive 16,132 feet above sea level, making it the highest permanent settlement on Earth. Imagine living in a place where the air is thinner and the climate is cold. This unique city thrives on gold mining, which dominates its economy. Workers flock here for the promise of fortune. But did you know they are paid differently? Instead of cash, miners receive payments based on the amount of gold they extract, which can lead to a mix of wealth and hardship. Living in La Rinconada is challenging, with limited access to clean water and healthcare facilities. Yet the spirit of the community remains resilient. Despite the harsh conditions, the city bustles with life and ambition. Have you ever wondered what it's like to call such a remote place home? You'll be amazed by the beauty of black swans. This stunning bird, native to Australia, is known for its striking dark plumage and bright red beak, making it one of the most elegant creatures in the water. Black swans are not just pretty, they are also monogamous, meaning they mate for life. This loyalty is fascinating because it allows them to build strong pair bonds that last. Together, they create large floating nests in safe, quiet areas. The female lays up to 6 eggs, ensuring the survival of their offspring. These nests are cleverly designed to keep the eggs safe from predators and the environment. Watching a pair of black swans caring for their young is a beautiful sight as they work together to protect their family. Have you ever seen these magnificent birds gliding gracefully across a lake? Their presence adds a touch of magic to Australia's lakes and waterways. What if I told you about edible insect candies? Hotlix is a fascinating brand that stands out by creating treats like chocolate-covered scorpions and barbecue worms. While the idea of munching on bugs might sound bizarre to some, Hotlix wants to make insect consumption an accepted and tasty option for everyone. This unique approach isn't just for thrill seekers, it's a clever way to introduce more sustainable protein sources into our diets. Edible insects are packed with nutrients and require less land and water to farm compared to traditional livestock. With each crunchy bite, you might be surprised by the blend of flavors and textures, turning the creepy into something deliciously fun. As we face global food challenges, embracing alternatives like these could lead to a healthier planet and diverse culinary adventures. So why not give it a try and see if you can handle the buzz of these intriguing treats? Who knows, you might just find a new favorite snack. Did you know gravity can change underwater? Recent studies reveal an astonishing anomaly near Sri Lanka, where the sea's depth dramatically decreases by about 328 feet, 100 meters, due to varying gravitational forces. This unusual phenomenon has sparked the interest of scientists as it challenges our understanding of how gravity behaves in different locations on Earth. Gravity is not constant. Instead, it can fluctuate based on the density of the Earth's materials beneath us. In this case, the area's geological composition is lighter than surrounding regions, leading to this surprising dip in gravity. Imagine standing on a boat in these waters while being aware that the mass below you is affecting your weight. This type of research not only deepens our grasp of Earth's gravitational field, but also contributes to navigation and oceanography. What other secrets might our planet be hiding beneath the waves? Explore Colombia's hidden coral reef paradise. The San Andres and Providencia archipelago in Colombia boasts one of the largest coral reefs in the world, ranking an impressive third globally. This stunning underwater ecosystem is a vibrant hub of life, showcasing more than 50 species of coral and sponges. Divers flock to these crystal-clear waters to experience the breathtaking beauty and diversity of marine life. Imagine swimming amidst colorful coral gardens, observing schools of tropical fish darting around, and perhaps even spotting a gentle sea turtle gliding by. The variety of coral species provides essential habitat for countless marine creatures, making it not just a sightseeing spot, but also a critical part of ocean health. Conservation efforts are vital here due to threats like climate change and pollution, aiming to protect this jewel of biodiversity. As you dive into this underwater wonderland, you witness firsthand why it's such a cherished destination for enthusiasts and scientists alike. Are you ready to discover this marine treasure? Here's a wild fact about the universe's eerie sounds. Scientists have found that the note B-flat is surprisingly widespread throughout the cosmos, even in places you wouldn't typically expect. One of the most mind-blowing discoveries comes from black holes, which emit a sound 57 octaves below middle C. This deep resonance translates to an incredibly low B-flat, almost like a cosmic hum resonating through the void. Imagine the universe producing a continuous, mysterious bassline, setting the stage for the grand cosmic symphony. This startling information not only reveals the unexpected ways sound exists in space, but also hints at the deeper connections between music and the fabric of our universe. So the next time you're gazing at the night sky, remember that even in the silence of space, there's a profound melody playing that we barely perceive. Here's something incredible about Danau Hylia. It's a unique community nestled in Australia, where the vibrant culture and stunning landscape come together in harmony. Danau Hylia is not just a place, but a living tapestry of traditions and wildlife. The residents here celebrate their rich heritage through festivals, art, and music that resonate with the spirit of the land. Surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty, including lush forests and serene lakes, this area offers a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. Whether you're an adventurous hiker seeking scenic trails or a curious traveler wanting to learn about local customs, Danau Hylia has something for everyone. The community prides itself on sustainability, with eco-friendly practices that protect their environment. What stories and experiences await you in this hidden gem of Australia? Did you know asteroids can have their own moons? This fascinating discovery came from the observations made by NASA's Galileo spacecraft during a flyby in 1993. It was then that scientists first spotted the asteroid Ida and its tiny moon, Dactyl, orbiting around it. This groundbreaking find opened up a whole new world of possibilities in our understanding of celestial bodies. Before this, the idea that asteroids could host their own natural satellites seemed far-fetched. Now, researchers know that such relationships in the cosmos are more complex than previously thought. The discovery of Dactyl not only showcased the dynamic interactions between these space rocks, but also encouraged further studies into the many smaller bodies that populate our solar system. Who knows what other secrets these wandering stones may hold? Most people don't know this, but gray hair has a story. It's all about melanin, the pigment responsible for the color of our hair, skin, and eyes. As we age, hair follicles produce less melanin because pigment-producing cells, known as melanocytes, become less active or simply die off. This process leads to hair that grows in transparent or white, creating that classic gray appearance against our darker strands. Interestingly, genetics plays a big role in when and how fast this happens. Some of us may start to notice gray hairs in our 20s, while others may enjoy their natural color well into their 50s or beyond. Stress also factors in. While it doesn't cause graying directly, it may accelerate the process in some individuals. So if you've spotted a silver strand, just remember it's a natural part of aging and a sign of your unique journey through life. Surprisingly, it's a fact that piracy thrives when governments fail. The rise of Somali piracy is deeply connected to the collapse of Somalia's central government in the early 1990s. Without effective law enforcement, the country's waters became a wild west of illegal activities. Fishermen from foreign nations began to exploit Somalia's rich marine resources, using harmful practices that damaged local ecosystems. With no navy to protect its waters, Somali fishermen turned to piracy as a desperate means to defend their livelihoods. Many of these pirates saw hijacking ships as a way to reclaim their rights over the ocean. While this might seem like an extreme response, the lack of any governing body to enforce laws left them feeling powerless. So the cycle of crime and desperation intensified, showcasing how political instability can have far-reaching effects on communities and oceanic safety, raising important questions about accountability and restoration. What if I told you Everest spinach costs a fortune? This unique type of spinach, grown on the slopes of Mount Everest, represents more than just a green vegetable. It embodies the remarkable combination of physical challenges and financial burdens tied to climbing the world's tallest peak. Climbing Everest isn't just about conquering harsh weather and altitude, it's also a hefty financial commitment, sometimes amounting to the price of a house. From permits costing thousands to hiring guides and special gear, the total expenses can stack up quickly. This understanding sheds light on how serious climbers view Everest not just as a personal triumph, but also as a significant investment. As climbers brave freezing temperatures and extreme conditions, they also grapple with the reality that every ascent involves substantial monetary stakes. So, is the spinach really worth the investment? Ever thought a VPN could speed up your internet? It might sound surprising, but using a virtual private network, VPN, can actually boost your connection speed in certain situations. Many people don't realize that internet service providers, ISPs, sometimes slow down or throttle your bandwidth when they notice high-demand activities like streaming videos or downloading large files through torrenting. This means you might experience annoying buffering or long loading times. However, when you connect through a VPN, it encrypts your data and hides your online activities from your ISP. As a result, your ISP may not see the type of content you're accessing, which can lead to a smoother and faster experience when you're enjoying your favorite shows or gaming online. So, whether you're binge-watching a series or downloading files, using a VPN can help you dodge those frustrating slowdowns. Want to enjoy uninterrupted streaming without interruptions? Did you know malaria hits Africa the hardest? A staggering 90% of all malaria cases happen in Africa, making this continent face a huge challenge in battling the disease. Malaria, caused by parasites and spread through the bites of infected mosquitoes, affects millions of people every year. The situation is particularly critical in sub-Saharan Africa, where many communities lack access to effective prevention and treatment, leading to high rates of illness and death. Children under 5 and pregnant women are especially vulnerable, facing serious health risks if they contract the disease. Efforts to combat malaria include distributing insecticide-treated bed nets and promoting preventive medicines, but challenges remain. Climate change, urbanization, and mosquito resistance to treatments pose ongoing threats to malaria control. So what can we do to help fight this pressing issue and protect lives across Africa? This might surprise you. The first surat changed communication. The surat, a remarkable form of written correspondence, played a crucial role in the evolution of communication. Originating in ancient India, surat allowed people to send messages across distances, marking a significant milestone in how humans interacted. Before surat, communication was limited to face-to-face conversations or primitive symbols. By introducing a more sophisticated method of writing, surat not only improved exchanges within communities but also laid the groundwork for future writing systems. Imagine a world where letters connected friends, families, and traders, facilitating relationships despite physical distances. The simplicity yet effectiveness of surat paved the way for various forms of written communication we rely on today, from emails to text messages. Isn't it fascinating how this ancient practice influenced our modern lives? Hard to believe, but typewriters changed the world. The Sholes and Glidden typewriter, created by Christopher Latham Sholes in 1868, marked a major turning point in how we communicate. This was the first commercially successful typewriter, and it introduced the now familiar QWERTY keyboard layout, which many of us still use today, whether on computers or smartphones. Imagine how clunky writing letters and documents was before this invention. The typewriter allowed people to type much faster and clearer than handwriting, helping to spread ideas and information rapidly. It revolutionized offices, making secretaries and clerks more efficient. Sholes' typewriter influenced not just how we write, but also the whole world of publishing and business. So next time you tap on a keyboard, remember the brilliant invention that laid the foundation for modern written communication. Why exactly does Antarctica experience such extreme cold? The coldest temperature recorded on Earth, a chilling 144 degrees Fahrenheit, 98 degrees Celsius, was observed in Antarctica by a satellite during the frigid nighttime. This bone-chilling cold happens because Antarctica is essentially a vast desert, far away from the warming effects of the ocean. When winter arrives, the sun disappears for months, causing the air to cool drastically. At such extreme temperatures, even carbon dioxide becomes solid, transforming into dry ice. Imagine being in a place where human skin can freeze in just minutes. That's how dangerous these temperatures can be. Wildlife has adapted to survive in this harsh climate, showcasing the resilience of nature. Researchers study these extreme conditions to better understand climate change, as melting ice sheets can impact sea levels and global weather patterns. Isn't it fascinating how a place so cold plays a crucial role in our planet's future? Believe it or not, Nessie might still be lurking. The Loch Ness monster, affectionately known as Nessie, has captured the imagination of people all over the world. Nestled in the mysterious waters of Loch Ness in Scotland, sightings of this legendary creature date back to the 6th century. The story gained massive popularity in the 1930s when a famous photograph supposedly showed Nessie, but it was later revealed to be a clever hoax. Despite this, the legend endures. People continue to visit Loch Ness, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive monster. Various theories swirl around Nessie's identity, suggesting everything from a long-lost prehistoric creature to simple misidentifications of ordinary wildlife. Though scientific evidence is lacking, the fascination with Nessie persists, making Loch Ness a hotspot for tourists and monster hunters alike. Will we ever discover the truth behind Nessie? Hard to believe, but some people have 3 nipples. This fascinating condition is known as polythelia, and it affects about 1 in 18 individuals. While many may not even notice their extra nipple, it often appears along the milk line, which runs from your armpits to your groin. These third nipples can sometimes resemble birthmarks or moles, making them easy to overlook. Interestingly, they can develop tissue similar to regular nipples, complete with sensitivity, and even the potential to produce milk in certain circumstances. Most people with polythelia don't experience any issues, but for those who do have concerns, such as pain or functional problems, there are treatment options available. This unusual trait sheds light on the quirky variations in human anatomy. So the next time you come across someone with a third nipple, remember they're not alone. It's a surprisingly common phenomenon. Here's a wild fact about British tanks in Montenegro. During the heat of battle, these armored giants weren't just focused on combat, they were also equipped with tea kettles. This quirky feature underscores the deep cultural significance of tea in British society. Soldiers often faced long hours in the field, so a warm cup of tea could provide a much-needed morale boost. By allowing troops to brew tea even in the midst of combat, the British military recognized that a familiar comfort could help soldiers feel more connected to home. This unique aspect of wartime life illustrates how cherished rituals, like tea drinking, can endure even in the toughest situations. Imagine the scene: the clanking of machinery, the thud of artillery, and in between, the whistle of a kettle. Isn't it fascinating how something as simple as tea could play a role in the resilience of soldiers? Turns out, the truth is that our brains can trick us. This fascinating phenomenon, known as illusory correlation, often makes us see connections that aren't really there, especially in our relationships. Imagine noticing that every time you meet someone named Steve, they happen to be a little quirky. You might start believing that all Steves are quirky, even if that's not true. Our brains love patterns and tend to jump to conclusions based on the limited experiences we have. This can be harmless, but it sometimes leads us to form stereotypes about people or groups. For instance, if you've had a couple of bad dates with people from a certain background, you might unfairly assume that everyone from that background is the same. Being aware of this cognitive bias can help us challenge those misleading ideas and avoid unnecessary judgments, reminding us that every person is unique. How can we break this pattern in our daily lives? Did you know the megamouth shark is incredibly rare? This fascinating ocean creature has only about 60 individuals officially documented since it was first identified in 1976. The megamouth shark, with its enormous, gaping mouth, is a filter feeder, primarily consuming jellyfish and other small marine organisms. Despite its impressive size, some can reach over 18 feet long, little is known about its habits or life cycle, which keeps marine scientists intrigued. These elusive sharks tend to inhabit deep waters, making them hard to spot and study. Researchers are eager to learn more about why they are so rare and what role they play in the ocean ecosystem. Their mysterious nature and the challenge of observing them in their natural habitat contribute to the megamouth's allure. Wouldn't it be amazing to uncover more secrets about this gentle giant of the sea? Unexpected treasures. A Navy ship with a bowling alley? During World War II, the USS Oahu, a U.S. Navy ship, sank near the shores of Hawaii, and today it rests on the ocean floor with its fascinating secret, a fully operational bowling alley on board. This unusual feature highlights how life at sea could be a mix of duty and leisure. Imagine sailors knocking down pins to unwind after long days. It's intriguing to think about how something as fun as bowling could become a part of a military vessel. Interestingly, this isn't the first time bowling faced scrutiny. Back in the 14th century, King Edward III of England banned the game, convinced it distracted soldiers from honing their archery skills. He found bowling so appealing that it became a threat to military readiness. Who knew a simple game could shape history and also end up the centerpiece of a shipwreck story? Incredible electric music from Mario Bros. Tunes. Modified Tesla coils can create a symphony of melodies that many of us recognize from our favorite video games. These fascinating devices, originally designed to generate high-voltage electricity, have been cleverly adapted to produce sounds through electrical discharges. When you see a Tesla coil in action, the brilliant arcs of electricity flicker and dance, mimicking the catchy tunes from the Mario Bros. Soundtrack. This combination of technology and artistry shows how science can turn electricity into a musical medium. Imagine listening to the classic "Do-Do-Do" as you watch sparks fly in perfect rhythm. Engineers and musicians have teamed up to transform these electrical marvels into musical instruments, sparking the excitement of both science enthusiasts and gamers alike. The creativity behind this adaptation inspires us to think about the intersection of technology and art. What other creative uses of technology might we discover in the future? Did you know France used the guillotine until the 1970s? This chilling yet fascinating method of execution marked a significant chapter in the history of capital punishment. The guillotine, known for its swift and brutal efficiency, became a symbol of the French Revolution in the late 18th century. Its use persisted for nearly 2 centuries, with its last official application occurring in 1977. This was a time of considerable change, as many nations were re-evaluating their stance on the death penalty. The decision to finally abolish the guillotine reflected a growing public sentiment against capital punishment, as people began to prioritize human rights over old traditions. This shift was significant, signaling a new era in justice and ethics. The guillotine, once a tool of state power, now rests in history, reminding us of how societies evolve and how our values can change over time. Guess what really drives the first car's design? The first car, invented by Carl Benz in 1885, was a revolutionary step in transportation history. Surprisingly, it didn't come equipped with the familiar steering wheel we know today. Instead, early drivers used a lever to steer, which required a different kind of skill and technique. Imagine maneuvering a vehicle using a lever instead of gripping a wheel. This design reflects the early stages of automotive innovation, where many concepts were still in experimentation. Benz's vehicle, known as the Benz Patent Motorwagen, paved the way for modern cars, but it was quite different from what we drive now. It was powered by a single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine, showcasing Benz's ingenuity. This early automobile had a top speed of about 10 miles per hour, which might seem slow now, but it was groundbreaking back then. The transition from levers to steering wheels came much later as designs evolved to enhance drivability and safety. So next time you hop in your car, remember just how far we've come since those lever-driven beginnings. Did you know about the massive Super Bowl ring? William the Refrigerator Perry, the legendary football player, made headlines not just for his skills on the field, but also for having the largest Super Bowl ring ever crafted. This impressive piece of jewelry, sized at a whopping 25, was custom-made to fit his exceptionally large fingers. Perry, known for his powerful presence as a defensive tackle, played a crucial role in the Chicago Bears' iconic 1985 season. His larger-than-life persona extended beyond football. He became a symbol of strength and tenacity. The ring itself, representing the Bears' Super Bowl victory, showcases how sports can blend triumph with personal stories. It's a remarkable piece, not just because of its size, but also due to the legacy it represents in the NFL. Imagine wearing something that reflects such an achievement. Perry's custom ring stands as a testament to his unique place in sports history, prompting the question, what other athletes have such remarkable stories behind their championship rings? Believe it or not, the Sahara Desert is extreme. This vast desert is famous not just for its stunning dunes and endless sand, but also for its shocking temperature swings. During the day, the Sahara can sizzle under the hot sun, reaching temperatures as high as 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet as night falls, things change dramatically. The temperature can plummet by as much as 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, bringing chilly nights that can leave even the most seasoned desert travelers shivering. This extreme difference occurs because deserts have very little moisture and vegetation, which means they can't retain heat after sunset. The Sahara showcases a fascinating aspect of climate and weather extremes, where adaptability is essential for both wildlife and humans seeking to thrive in such conditions. What incredible sights and experiences await in this desert wonderland. Hard to believe, but sloths are surprisingly weak. These fascinating creatures have only 25% to 30% muscle mass, which is quite a bit lower than the 40% to 45% found in most other mammals. This unique bodily structure allows sloths to survive on a low-energy diet consisting mainly of leaves. Since their food is low in calories, sloths don't need lots of muscle to move around or hunt, as they mainly hang out in trees and munch on foliage. Their low muscle mass contributes to their slow movement, making them experts at conserving energy. This is crucial for their survival, especially in their natural habitat where food can be scarce. So next time you see a sloth, remember they're not just lazy, they've evolved in a way that perfectly suits their lifestyle. How cool is that? Is it really true that rabbits can die from fear? Yes, it can happen. Rabbits are naturally prey animals, meaning they live under constant threat from predators like foxes and hawks. If a rabbit is caught off guard by a predator and feels an overwhelming surge of fear, it can lead to a condition called cardiac arrest. When startled, their heart rate spikes and their body goes into shock. This extreme reaction is a defense mechanism, helping them escape danger by freezing or darting away. However, if the stress is too much, their heart may give out. That's why keeping pet rabbits in a calm environment and minimizing sudden loud noises is vital. Even in the wild, a rabbit's survival relies on being alert and aware. So the next time you spot a rabbit, remember their fragile state and how important a peaceful, safe space is for their well-being. What if I told you Velcro was inspired by burrs? In 1941, Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral took a stroll in the countryside and noticed something peculiar: tiny burrs clinging to his pants and his dog's fur. Intrigued by this natural phenomenon, he examined the burrs under a microscope and discovered their unique hook-like structures that allowed them to latch onto fabric and fur with surprising strength. This moment sparked a creative idea for de Mestral, who began experimenting with a similar design using fabric. Fast forward a few years, and his invention of the hook and loop fastener, now widely known as Velcro, changed the way we think about fastening items. Today, Velcro is used in everything from clothing and shoes to spacesuits and more. So next time you fasten your shoes, remember the genius inspired by a simple nature walk. Surprisingly, it's a fact that rugby united soldiers. In 1902, during the Second Boer War, South Africa experienced a remarkable moment of camaraderie when a temporary ceasefire was declared to allow a rugby match to take place between British and Boer forces. This astonishing event highlights how deeply rooted rugby was in South African culture, even amidst the chaos of war. As the game kicked off, both sides set aside their differences, demonstrating that sports can bridge divides, even in the toughest situations. Fans gathered to cheer, and players showed their skills on the field instead of on the battlefield. This special game not only allowed soldiers to enjoy a moment of peace, but also illustrated the powerful role of rugby in uniting communities. Can you imagine soldiers from opposing sides sharing laughter and excitement during such a tumultuous time? It proves that sports can create bonds that defy the odds. Guess what really drives the world of drag? The term drag, closely linked with the vibrant culture of drag queens today, has fascinating theatrical roots. In the early days of theater, men often took on female roles, and to create a convincing portrayal, they wore long dresses. These dresses would literally drag along the stage, giving rise to the term we know now. This practice was not just about cross-dressing, it was a way to explore and express gender in a creative environment. Over time, as theatrical productions evolved, so did the style and presentation of drag performances. leading to the bold and colorful spectacles we see today. Drag queens have transformed this art form into a celebration of diversity, creativity, and self-expression. Today, drag is more than just performance. It's a powerful statement about identity and acceptance. With shows like RuPaul's Drag Race gaining massive popularity, drag has burst into mainstream culture, inviting everyone to embrace their unique styles and personalities. Who knew a term from the theater could have such a profound impact? Surprising truth about modern dating habits: more than half of single Americans haven't gone on a date in over 2 years, revealing just how tough the dating scene can be these days. With busy lives, digital distractions, and shifting social norms, many people find themselves stuck in a rut. The rise of dating apps promise to make things easier, but instead, they often lead to overwhelming choices and shallow connections. Plus, the ongoing impact of the pandemic has further complicated social interactions, making it even harder for singles to meet new people. Many feel the pressure to conform to idealized dating experiences, making them hesitant to reach out or engage. So what does this mean for the future of dating? Will singles find innovative ways to connect or continue to struggle in this new landscape? It's a conversation worth having as we explore the changing dynamics of love and relationships in our modern world. Most people don't know this, but cyanobacteria changed Earth forever. These tiny, simple organisms are a type of bacteria that emerged around 2.8 billion years ago, making them the oldest known living systems on our planet. What makes cyanobacteria truly remarkable is their ability to perform photosynthesis, the process in which they convert sunlight into energy while releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This wasn't just important for their survival, it had a profound impact on Earth's atmosphere. Before cyanobacteria appeared, the atmosphere had very little oxygen, making it difficult for most life forms to thrive. As they flourished in oceans and shallow waters, they pumped vast amounts of oxygen into the air, gradually transforming our planet into a place where complex life could eventually evolve. Today, cyanobacteria are still vital, contributing to ocean ecosystems and influencing climate patterns. Isn't it incredible how such small organisms can have such big effects? Did you know the first jet aircraft was built in Germany? The first jet aircraft, known as the Messerschmitt Me 262, marked a groundbreaking moment in aviation history. Its development started in 1936, driven by the need for faster and more powerful military planes during World War II. Unlike traditional propeller-driven aircraft, the Me 262 used jet engines, allowing it to reach speeds over 500 miles per hour, which was astonishing at the time. The first successful flight took place in 1939, showcasing the incredible potential of jet technology. This aircraft not only changed the course of warfare, but also laid the groundwork for future commercial jetliners. Though its use in the war was limited, the innovations in performance and design began a new era in aviation. Can you imagine flying in planes that rely on jet engines today, thanks to those early experiments? Discover the pineal gland's surprising secrets. This tiny pine cone-shaped structure in our brain plays a big role in keeping our sleep-wake cycles in check by producing melatonin, a crucial hormone for regulating our sleep patterns. As we age, something interesting happens. Calcifications, commonly known as corpora arenacea, or brain sand, develop within the pineal gland. These deposits, made up of calcium and phosphate, seem to increase with age, though scientists still aren't quite sure what purpose they serve. While the exact role of these calcifications is a mystery, their presence raises questions about how they might impact our sleep or overall brain function. Some researchers are even exploring whether these deposits could be linked to age-related changes in sleep quality or neurological health. Understanding the pineal gland better could unlock secrets to improving our sleep and health as we get older. Let's uncover the truth about diet water. In Japan, the intriguing product dubbed diet water raises eyebrows, as it contains exactly the same composition as regular water. So what's the deal? This clever marketing strategy plays into the rising health and wellness trends, capturing the imaginations of consumers eager for the next big thing. Diet water is often hyped as part of a healthier lifestyle, helping people feel like they are making better choices, even if it's just plain H2O in disguise. It's an example of how marketing can shape our perceptions about health, nudging us to buy products that claim benefits, even when they don't deliver anything new. While drinking enough water is essential for our health and helps with hydration, the label diet can spark curiosity and encourage people to drink more water than they might otherwise. Could this quirky product spark a trend in other countries too? Hard to believe, but our anthem has a wild past. The melody of the Star-Spangled Banner isn't originally American. It actually comes from a British drinking song called To Anacreon in Heaven. Written in the 18th century, this tune was popular in pubs and gatherings where people enjoyed singing along while sipping their favorite drinks. It wasn't until the early 19th century that the words penned by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812 were paired with this lively melody. The anthem's evolution from a cheerful pub song to a powerful symbol of American pride is truly remarkable. Today, when we hear the Star-Spangled Banner played at sporting events and ceremonies, we should remember its unique journey that now inspires patriotism and unity across the nation. Isn't it fascinating how something so celebratory turned into our national rallying cry? Believe it or not, the crucian carp is a survival champ. This remarkable fish has an incredible ability to thrive in oxygen-poor environments, such as frozen lakes. When faced with low oxygen levels, crucian carp undergo a fascinating metabolic transformation. Instead of producing lactic acid like most fish would, they switch to producing alcohol, effectively turning their bodies into tiny distilleries. This unique adaptation allows them to survive for months without breathing oxygen. You might wonder how they do it. The crucian carp's cells convert stored carbohydrates into ethanol, which they then release into the water. This process not only helps them survive, but also keeps their internal environment stable. So next time you think about survival tactics in nature, remember the crucian carp and its extraordinary way of turning a tough situation into a win. Isn't that an amazing survival strategy?